Welcome to the Restore It Ralph channel. It's springtime in Ohio. That means it's been raining for the last week. So today I'm going to start tackling some small but fun projects, or at least necessary projects in some cases, on Dirty Harry, the Turbo Dodge Diplomat. Most fun is going to be installing my Holley Pro Dash in place of the radio screen. So better get started. The dashboard of Dirty Harry is kind of a hodgepodge of a bunch of different gauges between factory gauges like the speedometer and charging gauge, and then our boost gauge and AFR, and then this radio down here that I actually converted to an RPM box that was an attempt at a homemade two-step. It worked-ish, but since I didn't have timing control, it didn't really do much. So that right now is dead, and that's where my Holley Pro Dash is going to go. If I were to change this car over to the Volare Aspen style gauge cluster, it would have a big rectangular pod right above the steering column, and that would also be a perfect place for the Pro Dash. But I want to keep this car kind of looking stock. I kind of like the round gauges in it. Then the Holley Pro Dash here, I can kind of maintain some of the sleeper persona of this car. When you look in, it kind of looks stock. Then when you fire it up, then the electronics start to wake up and do cool things. First step is removing the old radio unit. So I'm going to be pulling the gauge bezel out. I don't think I'm going to be pulling it all the way out because of my other gauges kind of hold it in place. So that might be kind of a pain. And then I'm going to be looking at how to mount my Pro Dash in place of this. I've got my Holley 6.86 Pro Dash, and I'm going to see here. It looks to be a very compatible size for my radio. So I'm going to take this thing and kind of mock it up and see what it looks like. All right, so the radio bolts in with these two diagonal bolts right there and there. The thickness of this radio face is very similar to the thickness of this Holley Dash. My intent is to pull the radio out and make a base plate or mounting plate for the Holley Dash, and then hopefully it'll be very similar to the thickness of the radio faceplate and kind of tuck behind the original bezel here that I've got. This radio is actually not a radio at all anymore. It's a gutted faceplate pretty much that I kind of put together with a Summit RPM box. So it reads attack, but it also can control. I had it controlling power to my ignition coil, so that way when it hit a certain RPM, it would act like a two-step. I think I should be able to just use the power and ground off of this that I had wired. I'll double check that and see what I can use for the Holley system. Something I just found with the Holley installation templates here, I cut the back out of this paper so that way the back of the unit will fit through it. And when I did that, the screw holes don't really line up with what we've got for our template here. It's a little bit off. And same way up here. So if I center that on there, on this one, we're just a little bit off on our template. So if I look at this, it's measured right at 7 inches on my tape measure, but it's listed as 7 5/16. Same way here, when I look down here, 7 9/16, we're at like, 7 3/8 or something like that. So this is not quite to scale. So don't drill holes based off this piece of paper. Actually measure it and mark it. Making a paper template off the old radio to try and make a mounting plate for the new Holley. Going to take my paper template and trace it on this piece of scrap aluminum and maybe start making the bracket. Mount plate roughed in. What I think I'm going to do is put the bezel back on and kind of mark out where the opening is in reference to this, and then maybe test fit the Holley Dash in there as well. I've got some very loose marks here to where I need to trim out the back of this panel so the Holley Dash can fit flush with my panel, so I can then do a final test fit and center it up in the bezel and stuff. Bracket is roughed in, mounted in. I had trimmed the gauge bezel just a little bit to make it fit nicer. I think I'm going to pull the aluminum bracket out and just dust it in some black paint so I don't get like flashes of aluminum when I'm seeing through the gaps. But all in all, pretty happy with the fitment. I'm going to have to go through and touch up the edges where I had to trim the gauge bezel. I'll borrow some model paint for my son And then time to start wiring this thing. Bracket is painted on. All the wiring is hooked up. I still need to fish the main can harness through the firewall somewhere. So get this bolted in, get that fished in, plugged in, and do a test fire up. Pressure or fuel pressure input. 55 degrees, 15 volts. This is pretty slick. So I've been playing around with some of the configuration of this, added our air-fuel ratio, and got rid of the oil pressure on this particular screen. This would be kind of nice to have the GPS speedometer in here as well, because my speedometer only goes to 85 and is wrong. You kind of just swipe through, see different presets on the screens. This thing is pretty slick. So when I was mounting this thing in here, the built-in shift lights for this screen are actually covered by the dash bezel, and I've got a Speed Hut tack in here with shift lights built in, so I'm not super worried about that. I'm sure I can make this whole thing light up at shift points as well, forewarning, so not a big deal on that. That's something I had to make a concession for to fit in this area. Since it rained all weekend, instead of doing test drives and logs, I focused on fun stuff like changing the background of the screen. Hell yeah. To keep the sleeper persona of the car, Ryan from Holley suggested that I upload a picture of a stock radio and put it in as the background of the dash. I think it turned out killer. Although the picture looks kind of bright in this video, in person it blends in a lot better. Adjusting the dimmer on the screen helps as well. This thing's got a lot of features that I have no clue about yet, so I'm going to be going through the owner's manual and looking through all the stuff here, so you can configure a lot of the dash by hitting your customizing, and you can see that if I want to change either the size or the color of this gauge, to make it a little bit smaller just so it fits in the radio, because this is just for cruising around. This is not for anything while I would be racing. So this is just all for fun. So then, okay, now I'm going to hit and move this. It's got to be centered in there, right? Hit save, and there we go. So right now I'm recording. You can see it's recording up there. A little green dot is blinking. Hit stop. Hit play back, and that would show the log file. So this is going to be really handy when I am racing or doing some tuning or anything like that. I can log it without having the laptop hooked up, so that's pretty slick. If I had a Dominator ECU in this thing, I actually could tune it from the dash, but this Terminator does not support that as far as I'm aware. if it ever would stop raining in Ohio, I could probably get to the drag strip soon and test this thing out. But until then, I'm doing some other projects on it. I got some cooling fans that are a lot better quality than the ones that are on that. I'm not going to get to that today, but I'm just going to bask in the glory that is Dirty Harry here. I gotta say, I am super happy with how the Holley Dash install turned out in Dirty Harry. It might not make it any faster, but it's gonna make it more fun. It's definitely cool looking, and it'll be easier to data log at the track. So I think it's worthwhile, and I wanted to do it, so I like it. You may be asking, why would I buy a Holley Dash when I really needed a turbo? Well, the reality is I bought this before the turbo went bad. Would it have affected which turbo I bought? Probably not. So I wanted this thing. I thought it would be really neat, and treated Dirty Harry and myself to something really cool for it. That's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to share the channel and like, comment, and subscribe.